Hey, what is going on, YouTube? You got AJayPay bringing you another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle against Pokemon Master 246. It's going to be an OU match from way back then when Genesect was OU. And when Genesect was OU, I absolutely loved using this team, especially Choice Banded Genesect. It made this team really, really good, but now that Genesect is Ubers, this team sucks. I tried replacing it with the Scizor and it does not work. I gotta fix this team somehow for later. But I got a pretty good match for you. It's a very close match as well, so I don't know what the hell I'm talking about at this point. Let's just start the battle. Now, also forgive me if I make some weird, narrations in this battle, because I have not reviewed this battle for the longest time. This is like the first time that I've been reviewing it, so please forgive me as I do lead off with Choice Banded Genesect as I go for the T-Bolt just for the hell of it. Luckily he stays in. He just really wants to get his rocks up, I guess. And he sees that I don't have a Rat Spinner on my team, so it is a good opportunity for him to do that. And I guess he decides to stay in because he doesn't want anything else really to take a T-Bolt. I'm thinking at this point he may think I am Choice Bex, but I am Choice Bandit, as he's going to switch into his Heatran, and I'm obviously fearing the Fire move. Now I could switch into Politoed, but I had a feeling he might be also a Magma Storm Solar Beam Sunny Day set, so I switched it to the neutral thing, which would be Latios, and luckily I kind of actually do get that right, surprisingly enough. But now I'm trapped into Magma Storm, and I can't really do much to this Heatran. I could go for Surf, but I'm going to predict him to switch into Vaporeon to get the Water Absorb on the Surf, so I'm just going to go for the Choice Scarf. Choice Scarf makes no sense for the Draco Meteor, and it does more than half, but I know I'm not going to be able to Oka this thing, and this thing's probably going to go for a Recover or a Protect. So I'm going to switch back into Genesect because he's probably still thinking at this point that I am Choice Specs, because everyone usually thinks these things are Choice Specs or Life Orb. As he goes for a Wish, knowing that he can probably live another Draco Meteor. And I just really want to go for the U-turn here, but he decides to go for the Protect, good play. Get the Wish recovery back up, and I guess I'm kind of bugging him at this point. That's why this name is I Bug You, iPod reference, that's bugging reference, being annoying and stuff. But I go for the Choice Banded U-turn. It actually does a surprising amount to this thing, but I may have got another attack boost when I switched in. I'm not too sure. So I'm going to switch to my Ferrothorn. His name is Thorny. He likes to pronounce himself and announce himself. I'm Thorny, but unfortunately, Vaporeon is not going to take that crap. He's going to roar me out into Latios again. And I could go for the Draco and finish it off, but I know this thing's probably going to go for the Protect to see what I'm going to lock myself into, because he probably knows I'm Scarfed at this point, well, Choice at this point. As I'm going to switch back into the Genesect, as he does go for the Protect, it fails. Now, he could go for another Protect here again to see what move I'm going to lock myself into, but I guess he doesn't know that even if Protect says it failed, it still works the next turn. So I'm going to go for the Choice Banded U-turn on the Scizor. It's 4 times resisted, I believe, and it still does a lot to the Scizor. As I'm going to switch right out into my Keldeo Resolution form. This is a Calm Mind set with leftovers, but I'm thinking he might switch out. I'm not really too sure. I just went for the Secret Sword anyways, just for the hell of it, as it actually does a decent amount to the Starmie. I thought it would do more, as I know I can live a T-Bolt even if it is Choice Specs, so I do stay in, and I don't take that well, so I'm assuming he is Choice Specs at this point. As I went for a second one because I did not want to miss the Hydro Pump, and also my rain is not up yet. So that's the main reason why I went for it, but I shouldn't have stayed in at that point. I should have definitely just switched out to Ferrothorn, which I'm doing now. His name is I'm Thorny. I'm probably mentioning that again because he likes to be pronounced as saying I'm Thorny, He likes to say his name. It does not sound wrong or anything, okay? It's not wrong for a person to want to say their name. But he's going to switch into his Heatran now, predicting me to go for the Power Whip. I just simply go for the Stealth Rock, because I definitely knew the rocks against other things for later. And at this point, I am not really liking this matchup against this Heatran. So I'm going to switch out. I'm going to go into my Politoed finally, just to get the rain up. But unfortunately, once I get my rain up, he is going to trap me with the Magma Storm. And I'm fearing at this point that he is a Sunny Day set and he's going to Solar Beam me to death. And I'm just like, oh no, this is a bit of a problem. But I believe I do outspeed him because I am max speed. I'm not entirely too sure. I also am a Choice Specs set, so I'm not really fearing too much. And he doesn't go for the Sunny Day, surprisingly enough. So I'm assuming at this point he does not have Sunny Day and Solar Beam. He's just a Magma Storm set. But I go for Protect here. Oh, I'm not the Choice Specs set. I am the defensive Politoed. This is what I meant by me not narrating, not reviewing this. But I go for the protect just to see what he wants to lock himself into. And then I'm just going to go for the toxic because I know this thing is not a hydration set because he's not carrying rain. And since he switched in twice predicting a water move, so he has to be water absorbed. As he is going to get a wish up. And I know this thing is probably going to go for the protect. So I'm going to try to get a free switch in into my Genesect again. But I believe this time he actually does predict this. Yeah, he does predict this. Goes for a Scald in the rain. And that's easily going to take out my Genesect. So that's kind of foolish of me to do that again. Because it's kind of obvious. He made a really good play there at that point. But anyways, he's going to basically be at full and stuff. As I'm going to switch into my Keldeo now for some reason. Why did I switch to Keldeo? I don't really have anything to hit this thing. But I do believe I go for a Calm Mind here, knowing that I could take any hit for this thing. The only problem is I'm taking the risk of getting Scald Burned, and a Scald Burn from this amount of rage I'm at especially would really suck. But yeah, I decide just to go for the Calm Mind because I know the Secret Sword should do a decent amount. But he's going to make a good play again. He's going to switch into Tornadoes, probably predicting that to be all resistant to it. But I know it should still do a good amount of damage still. So I just go for it anyways. And it doesn't take it out. It kind of actually disappoints me. Yeah, that actually does disappoint me. That doesn't do that much. If everyone gets the Team Unicorn reference, good for you. But I'm going to switch into my Politoed again. Its name is Hop, 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 Hop. Because of Goblin style, you know, Hop, 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 Hop. But unfortunately, I'm going to get Hurricaned. And I am going to live because I do have max HP. But I am not specially defensive. That's why I'm not going to take it too well. And unfortunately, Politoed is going to go down. And I only have one thing to outspeed this thing, which is going to be my Latios, which is going to be my main check to this Tornadus. As I switch Latios in now, and I'm just going to go for the Side Shock. It's the most neutral move thing against it. I don't want my special attack to be dropped at this point. Going to easily outspeed, take out the Tornadus. I guess he was kind of surprised there. And now I'm thinking here I might be Pursuit Trapped, so that's why I stay in, because I remember that whole day, this Latios kept on getting Pursuit Trapped against Scissors. And out of all Scissors, this one just goes for the Bullet Punch. It's just like, crap, I could have just easily switched into this thing right here. But he's going to make a really good play, because I am forgetting at this point that this Heatran I have not hit, and it still has the Air Balloon. And unfortunately, it still has the Balloon, and he's going to predict my Earthquake correctly and be all immune to that. So that's kind of a big misplay there that I did as well, because I thought I broke that Balloon earlier, but I did not. But I'm going to go for the Facade just to break the Balloon, as I know he's going to go for the Magma Storm. That's completely fine. We're in the rain and all, so it should not do that much, but it does more than I expected. Everything's doing more than I expected, or at least than I expected. I am not really good at OU. I completely suck at OU. If any, OU and RU, those are the tiers I suck at. Well, actually, I'm only good at UU. Enough rambling, though. He's going to switch into Vaporeon, predicting me to go for the Earthquake, and Vaporeons are always defensive and all. That's why it's going to easily take that. Now, I could stay in here and just let this thing die, but I believe I stay in. Wow. I just go for the Earthquake. I want to take this thing out. I thought I could from this range, but I know the Toxic's going to be able to take it out from that range. And he's going to be able to knock me out with the Scald. However, it's going to be a double down because that Vaporeon is going to not die from Toxic, so it's not a double down. Wow. Really, me? Really? Now, I'm going to switch it to my Keldeo here. And at this point, I'm going to go for the Secret Sword just to knock it out. Straight up knock it out. Now, at this point, I believe I have 2 pokes left with my Keldeo and my Ferrothorn. So now he's going to switch in Starmie. And the T-Build is pretty obvious at this point, and I know he's choiced in some way. So I'm going to switch it to Ferrothorn, as I do get this prediction right of him going for the T-Bolt. Now, I'm in a bit of a predicament here, because if I decide to stay in, he might switch into Heatran. It's automatically my loss at this point, because he can get enough damage on my Keldeo. But if I do pull a double switch into my Keldeo predicting Heatran right, then I'm going to win the game. But if I predict that wrong, switching Keldeo into a T-Bolt, then I lose. But luckily, he does switch Heatran in, and I'm going to switch into my Keldeo on the double switch. So now at this point, this game really is mine, as I just got to hit this Hydro Pump, which I am going to hit. I'm going to be able to knock out that Heatran, and at this point, he only has 2 pokes left, and I do outspeed the Starmie no, I don't outspeed the Starmie. Anyways, he's going to switch Starmie in now, and I have Ferrothorn left. I can just easily switch Ferrothorn in, because I know this thing probably does not have Hidden Power of Fire, and luckily, he just goes for a T-boat again, and at this point the game really is mine, as I could just go power whip this guy, and then I could just really stay in, weaken the Scizor as much as I can, because I know his choice in some way as well. It's probably choice banded, but yeah, I'm gonna take him out with the power whip, and then Scizor is gonna come in and basically just get damaged a lot by my Ferrothorn, and then Keldio's gonna take it out and live a bullet punch. So I might as well just end the video off here. So yeah, that was a very good game, Pokemon Master. I guess I'm the Pokemon Master. Yeah, and yeah, that about does it for me. Sorry for the crappy narration, guys, but I kind of wanted a video up for you guys. I'm kind of late on other stuff, but anyways, like if you like, comment if you like, and subscribe if you like, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. I won 1-0. Woo.